Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Brew Log. I'm Andrew Hoyle, and a couple of days ago I told you that I had something brewing. That something is obviously better picture quality. So I picked up a Sony a7 III to improve the quality from my GoPro Hero 8. And I think it looks amazing. Hopefully you think it looks amazing as well. But yeah, let's get into what we're actually all here for, shall we? That is, from Taxman Brewing Company, a Belgian-style Quadrupel Ale. It is a Belgian Abbey-style Quadrupel Ale. So, before we go into, the brewery and the beer itself, a little bit about what does it mean to be an Abbey-style Quadrupel Ale, or, triple or double. So I looked it up, and basically what Abbey style is it derives from Belgian Trappist monks that used to brew beer and mead and wine and all kinds of alcohol. So a Abbey style, because Trappist monks live in abbeys, means that it is just a Abbey-style Belgian ale. So there you go. All right, let's get into talking about Taxman Brewing Company. Taxman Brewing Company is the culmination of a passion for beer, food, travel, and friendship, alongside a desire to be actively involved in our local community. Our story begins in Belgium, a country the size of New Jersey that boasts several thousand different beers and hundreds of community-based breweries. It was in Belgium that three of our founders met and began extensively researching the wide variety of local beer options. In Belgium, we fell in love with the depth of flavor imparted by the unique strains of yeast used to ferment the beer. We named the brewery Taxman because tax consulting work took us to Belgium, and three of Taxman's founders are in fact tax professionals. Our skull and bow tie logo is inspired by Benjamin Franklin's quote, "In this world, nothing can be said to be certain, except death and taxes." We selected the town of Bargersville, for the home of our brewery because it reminded us of the small brewery towns we visited in Europe. Taxman brews a wide range of Belgian-inspired ales, American farmhouse ales, Midwest saisons, and has an extensive cellar program producing wine and spirit-aged beers, as well as sour, wild, and funky ales. We love variety and brew upwards of 50 different beers a year. The best place to enjoy our unique offerings is at one of our restaurants, which are family-friendly and offer a wide variety of local seasonal cuisines. Located in Bargersville, Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Fortville, Indiana. And I also encourage you to check out the website. As with all of the breweries, head to taxmanbrewing.com. Yeah, so I thought that was a pretty interesting little overview, and that's one of the things that I love about craft breweries is just the strange stories that come with the people that start them up, and just the history behind everything, and it's just amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. So let's pop on over to Qualified. For those qualified, our Abbey-style Quadruple. This dark ale features Belgian specialty malts with rich, deep notes of caramel, raisin, and plum, enhanced by Belgian yeast esters, a sweet, complex ale. It's the perfect dessert beer to sip and savor. It is 9.5% ABV and 20 on the IBU scale. So, if you guys remember me talking about what ABV is, that's alcohol by volume, and then IBUs is the international bittering units. So at 20, it shouldn't be too dark, it shouldn't be too bitter, even though it is a fairly dark beer. 20 isn't really that high of a number. So yeah, as you can see, I've already poured the the beer here, but let's get into it. So, definitely getting those dark fruity notes. Also, there is a smell of banana, and from what I've been told from a couple of my friends, that comes from the German yeast, I believe, that is used in this. Since it is a Belgian style ale, I'm assuming that they use the German style yeast, and it typically does give off a very banana-esque kind of smell. I'm also picking up a lot of sweet, like dark caramel tones to this as well. It smells a little similar to a stout. Kind of a mixture between a stout and a brown ale. So, yeah. With that being said, I raise my glass and I cheers to the Brew-venture of finding new brews, to good friends, and to easing the stresses of life away. Cheers, everyone. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. So, I'm definitely picking up a lot of sweet notes to this. Very complex, caramely. I'm picking up those fruit tones that they talk about. Raisins. I can taste the raisins in it. I can taste the plums in that as well. That's phenomenal. So even though it's not barrel aged, which they do have a barrel aged qualified, but this one isn't barrel aged at all, I almost get a little bit of barrel to it. And I'm not sure if that's coming from the mixture of the fruits and the banana, and the ABVs that kind of come in. But that sweetness, it just has a hint of kind of a barrel taste, or an aged ale. That is phenomenal. It does. It's not very thick. The viscosity of it is more on the thinner side, so it drinks very nice. It just barely coats the mouth, and then it goes down beautifully. And you do get a little hint of bitterness kind of on the back end, but it mixes perfectly with the sweetness that it has. So this is a phenomenal beer. So yeah, there you go. Real quick, short, sweet, to the point. A little bit about Taxman Brewing Company, a little bit about their beer qualified, and a little bit about what a Belgian style Abbey ale kind of is. So before we jump off here, I did want to mention, one of the reasons that I had to skip a week was actually because I had recorded a video with my friend Brandon, who just happens to be a brewer. We were recording the video for to showcase on YouTube, but it was in tandem with recording for our podcast. Unfortunately, I somehow lost all of the video. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. It is an unfortunate circumstance, but hopefully I can prevent that ever from happening again. Well, I think that's where I'm going to end tonight's video. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe out there. Support your independent craft brewers. And I'll see you guys for the next episode of the Brew Log. Later. Hey guys, before I go, I actually forgot to mention. So if you're watching this on Friday, I'm actually having LASIK surgery. So I'm going to have this scheduled to release on Friday, but I'm very well going to be recovering from getting laser beams shot into my eyeballs. Wish me luck. I'll see you guys for the next episode. Have a great night.